The Great British Bake Off is back this week and I love the Bake Off. And this year I thought what I'd do for each week that the Bake Off's on, so this week it classically starts with Cake Week, I'm going to bake something relating to that week. So this week I'm going to do the classic Bake Off cake, the chocolate cake covered in raspberries that you see as the programme starts. Okay, so to start off with, we've got 50 grams of cocoa powder and we need to get that blended together until it's mixed nice and smooth with a couple of tablespoons of just boiled water. It smells very good. Chocolate. And the good thing about baking whatever they're going to make on the Bake Off is you can enjoy a slice or a piece of it while you're watching the Bake Off tonight. Then we'll have something that looks like this. Move the kettle out of the way. Next, I've got my trusty mixer. Just flick that on. Oh, let me show you what we've got in here. We've got 150 grams of caster sugar, 200 grams of butter, and 125 grams of light brown sugar. Okay. So next, in the bowl of my freestanding mixer, I've got 200 grams of butter, 150 grams of caster sugar, and 125 grams of soft light brown sugar. I'm just going to pop that in there. And mix it for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's creamed. Just let that get going and then we'll speed it up. Okay, we've got that all mixed. Now we need to add 4 eggs, one at a time. And then we're going to beat this well after each one. Next to the mixture, sounds like I've got a helper coming soon and he may be awake. We're going to add the cocoa that we mixed with water from earlier. Like so. Ha-ha! She's singing. And we're going to mix that together again until it's combined. Okay, let me just scrape down the sides. Make sure that we've got it all in there. And then we want 4 tablespoons of milk. That's 3, 4, there we go. And we're going to mix that again. Also, I'm adding I'm going to add now 250 grams of self-raising flour along with half a teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. We'll give that all a good mix. Okay, I've now got my little helper, Annie Mae. We're going to slide her forward so she can see what we're doing. So we mixed up the cake. Previously I greased and lined 2 20cm cake tins, and we're going to divide this mixture between the 2 tins. So here we go. Pouring it in. Nom 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 nom. What do you think, Annie Mae? Does it look good? Shall we get it all out? Scraping down the sides. Okay. I'm just going to push that to the edge of the tin and level them off a little bit. Grab a knife to scrape that little bit off. Chef's perk. Right, then these, little chocolate off my lips. Num num num. Okay, slide you this way a little bit, Mitzi. In fact, all the way a minute. We're going to put these in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes on gas mark 4. Here we go. We'll have a look at those when they're done. Hey Annie Mae! Hey Annie Mae! What are you doing? What are you doing? The cakes are out. Here they are. Let's switch that off. Don't they look delicious? They took 35 minutes exactly. So we just need to leave them in the tins to cool slightly for 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to turn them out onto a wire rack to cool completely. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yes. I've taken them out the tins and look at those little beauties. What do you think, Annie? What do you think? Is your mum brill? She can bake, can't she? Okay, so next I'm making the ganache for the cake. I've put 200 grams of dark chocolate. This needs to be at least 70% cocoa solids. I've broken that up into a bowl along with 10 grams of butter. And then over here, in this pan, I'm going to put 300 mils of cream, which is this pot, double cream, along with 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. Okay, then we need to bring that to the boil. Okay, so I've brought the cream to the boil, and then I'm just going to pour this over the chocolate and leave it to melt without stirring for a minute. Okay, so it's had a minute, so now we're going to stir using this wooden spoon until it's smooth. This is a mummy multitask, the other arm's holding Annie. Isn't it, little Miss May? See how that's going nice and smooth? Nom 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 nom. It's making a chocolatey ganache. So we're going to cover the cake in. What could be better? What could be better? Annie May. Annie's looking. Because that looks quite delicious, Mum. We need to make sure the whole lot's melted and mixed together, which I think it is. I don't think there's any lumps in there. Let's give it a good stir. Give it a good stir, Annie. That was your dummy. So we're going to leave it to cool slightly and let it thicken a little bit. Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? This is how we multitask. Isn't it, Annie May? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. What have you got to say? Not a lot. So we're going to leave that there and let that thicken. Okay, so the ganache has finished cooling, and now start the fun bit. We're going to spread it on this cake so we can sandwich the two together. Oh yes we are. Look how chocolatey, Annie May. And then we're going to put the other cake on top, like so. And then we're going to spread this on the top. And down the sides. You see, Annie May? You see? Oh, made a spit of dummy out. That's the easiest way, if you put it on the top and then bring it down the sides. Okay? Are you okay? Aha! My goodness! Are you okay, Annie May? Does it smell that chocolatey? It does smell very chocolatey if we had smell-o-vision. If we had smell-o-vision. I'm not very tidy at this. It's looking pretty delicious. I'm just going to put a bit more on top. Of course it'd be rude not to. Wouldn't it? Spin it around. Yeah. think what we'll do, we will stick it in the fridge to set a bit more. This cake's best stored in the fridge, should be stored in the fridge. So obviously there's double cream in the icing. We just tidy this plate up. There we go. And then, as if that wasn't delicious enough, to make it look like the proper bake-off cake, we're going to cover it in the raspberries. We are. Oh. Freshly washed. Freshly, that's a tongue twister. Freshly washed raspberries. Yes, mate. Oh, no. Oh dear, it's quite boring making cake, Mum. Especially when you can't eat it. Nearly done, I promise. Come here. Ta-da! Right, one Great British Bake Off cake. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da! Who wants a slice? Wowee! It's just like the one on the programme. So, Paul and Prue are just having a slice of my cake.
No soggy bottom.
What do you think, Poppy?
Good.
Good. Is it delicious?
Mm-hmm.
Is it chocolatey?
It is pretty good. I'll give you that. No.
Should Mummy go on Bake Off?
Yeah. I think you should be Star Baker.
Anime's down there too. Thanks for watching my Bake Off vlog, guys, and tune in again next week. We'll find out tonight what it's going to be. Biscuits, pastry, bread, who knows. Try making this chocolate cake too. Delicious. Bye! Woohoo!